Hello, welcome to another video. Today we look at the new City Hall upgrade, and then we have a look where we are in the account as a whole. On day 78 of the Kingdom, we'll see where we are as a free-to-play, where we still got to go, and we answer a very important question. Is it possible for a free-to-play player to get top 10 in the first Zenith of Power? First things first, is it possible for a free-to-play player to get top 10 in the first Zenith? No is the answer. It's not possible. It was possible to complete the Zenith quite easily, actually. So here is my lovely Zenith, if I can find it. There's the old Zeno. Here we go. So we get these things. We get 5 gold heads, which is the main thing. Some stars, some speed ups, and some resources, which aren't terrible, actually. But we managed to do it through the strength of this. We now have a level 25 City Hall. It is day 78 in the Kingdom. The account is 87 days old, I imagine. Yeah, 87 days old. But I class it as the Kingdom because the whole point of a jumper is you start in a kingdom that's further back, so you get a bit of an advantage. That's the whole point of a jumper. So in 78 days of this Kingdom, we've pushed to City Hall 25 without spending a penny, which I'm pretty pleased with, to be honest. I've used a lot of speed ups to speed up the City Hall. We had about, I haven't used that many. We had about 1,200 of these, and I've used some 8 hours, and the other 3 hours we got for the privilege of getting to level 25. I've now completed, you know the thing there, the era. Anyway, for the privilege of getting there, we got some gems, we got those 8 3-hour speed ups, some other stuff, and 1 master's blueprint. I wanted to do all this on stream or on video, but I woke up this morning, saw we had a building boost for the next 8 minutes, saw we had a 15% building room, and just panicked and did it. So I spent an extra 2,000 gems. You saw we had a master's blueprint, which we bought in the last More Than Gems event. I spent another one to get the lumber mill to 25. I'm working on the Alliance Center first, which I recommend everyone to do the second they get to a new level. The Alliance Center just snowballs everything else, makes everything else quicker. So that was my first thing. Next was the lumber mill, because I'm going to go for the archery range next, for which I believe you need a level 25 lumber mill. So 14.1 million power. I'm still hoping to hit 14.5 or 15 before KVK starts, but there's no need to rush anything for now. I've got a big Pervice upgrade coming. Again, I use that in line with a Kingdom boost on research, so I'm just waiting now for research to be an issue. Well, there to be benefits for getting the research. We've also, we maxed out this bit of Path of Wisdom, got a few keys, spent the 2,000 gems on the Master's Blueprint, so it worked nicely. And apart from that, we've pretty much done everything here. So we've got full value out of that, which is grand. Also have the Lucky Stall, which is a really good thing for free-to-play players. I wish I'd used that in line with a level 25 upgrade, but we've still got good value out of it. Used about half the food and wood, much less so of the gold, which is of course the case for early game accounts, and about 1/3 of the stone. So, you know, we're working away on that. Anyway, I wanted to promise everyone a view of the account, and I wanted to tell a little bit about my playing and experience in Rock. Because on the last video, there was a comment which I took umbrage with, a guy basically saying, you know, it's lovely that you enjoy streaming, and I don't mean to be rude, but don't tell anyone anything you don't know anything. Fair play. If you don't think I know anything, that's perfectly fine. Well, I don't have thick skin. I'm a little wuss, but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I would say I've been playing the game 3.5 years, and I like to think I know a few things, but please, if you learn nothing from this, or if you feel I'm talking out my arse, no need to watch, no need to do anything. I'm trying to experience the game from a normal free-to-play player's experience, not someone who's manically got 5 farms and is just farming gems all day, which is the best way to do, but someone who, say, has 2 or 3 hours a day to play on Rock, which is what I'm going for here, which is why I'm not min-maxing absolutely everything. The one thing I am doing quite maniacally is forts, always forts. Oh, 4 forts, 4 lots of books today, so our castle is on the way to 18, getting there. The reason for forts, as I'm sure most of you know, is to get to tier 5 you need a level 25 castle. Level 25 castle takes a long time, so it's best to start early. Anyway, as I said, a view of the account. So we are 43rd in the Kingdom now at 14 million power. In terms of what we have available to us, we have over 200,000 tier 4 archers. Got some of these as well, right? Yeah. About 100,000 of each tier 4 cavalry and infantry. I won't really be fighting with them. My commanders are not strong enough. So they're just there because you train them, don't you? At one point, I'm sure they'll come in handy when I do start fighting with infantry and or cavalry, probably KVK 2 for that, but they also fill flags. So that's my troop power, 2.1 million. In terms of the other elements, we have 8 million building power, which is to be expected as we now have a level 25 city hall, which means we can get all the other lovely buildings to 25 as well. The technology power is pushing 3 million, and the commander power is pushing 1 million. Commander power is a bit of a misnomer at this point, because I have loads of crappy commanders and a decent Thutmose, who's now level 60, hooray! With some decent equipment on him. Not good equipment, but average equipment. I think I'll either need to get the full purple set for KVK1 if I get lucky, or failing that, I'll need to just refine this. If I don't get Golden Age, which is the thing I want most, which is a piece of archer equipment which does this. Where is it? Here we go. 13% archer defense, a nice 5% bonus. If I don't get this, which it seems unlikely I do unless I get lucky and get it from a crystal key, I will just expertise whatever this is. The Staff of the Lost, right? Staff of the Lost? Staff of the Lost, there we go. The expertise would get me, well, I think it's 11%, does it? Oh, okay, well. It appears in trying to show you what the expertise would get, I clicked the button, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Okay, we now have a Staff of the Lost. 4 million gold down the drain, but to be honest, I did a load of those burglars who just give you so much money, so much gold. So we get an extra 2.5% archer defense. So now, it's unexpected and unintentional, but not necessarily a bad thing. I was probably going to do it anyway. Where are we? So old Thutmose now has an extra 2.5% archer defense, taking him up to 10.5%. So as we all know, Thutmose is my best commander, going to be paired with YSG as and when YSG makes himself available to us, which is either in 1.5 weeks or 3.5 weeks. I forget. I think it's 1.5. I'm pretty sure it's the first Tuesday of KVK, but we'll see. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. We know that for sure. I have 167 gold heads now. Let's say the minimum I have by the time YSG comes out will be 10 more, 177. So that's going to be enough, I believe, to get him either to 5511 or 5411 with almost there. I will keep pushing YSG. Thutmose is going to get to 5511 and then stop. Apart from with, well, hoping to do it with mainly gold key heads. But I'll probably put some universals in him because I'm going to be fighting with this march for a long time. And I certainly want a 5511 Thutmose, a lovely little bonus here. I'm not too bothered about the other two. And the expertise, whilst good, I don't need to put another 500 heads into Thutmose to experience that. Iced Coffee, thanks for sponsoring the video, my guys. Love it. So there's our really only fighting march. The other ones, of course, Sun Tzu Bjorn's good, but I've been putting the heads elsewhere. I might consider using Kusunogi Imhotep, but I'm probably just going to be using YSG Thutmose. Single march when you're free to play, I think, is the best way to go. Instead of the idea about commanders is you focus on one commander or a commander pairing. If you're focusing on multiple commanders, you're kind of missing the point a bit. And Sun Tzu Bjorn, I could easily do them eventually with purple heads I get for free, but the problem with that is I'm focusing on Pavis to increase my archer pairing, and that means, hello cat, that means I'm not focusing on the infantry technology. Anyway, more of the account. We have, as I said, we have 3 million power in tech. Cat's about to, no. Come on, you're not a video star. This is how we're looking. We have all the 5s for these, which is a decent start. I'm getting Pavis up instead of Bodkin's arrows because we had a big research boost and it seemed a decent idea to do the biggest research projects I had during that. Once I finish that, I'll probably get one more level of Bodkin, get these up to, I believe you can go 554 or 455 before you need these to be 10, which is a long process, let me tell you. And once that's done, I'll go back to economy and start filling in the blanks. Again, to get tier 5, all economy needs to be 10, everything here needs to be 10, and the chosen 2 of your troop tier 5 troop type need to be 10. So it really is a long process, but anything we're doing now is not wasted. I usually like focusing on economy, but being archers, I need all the help I can get. Hence the inadvertent expertising of the Staff of the Lost and the focusing more on PvEs. So what else do we have? We have, we have 1.5 billion resources gathered, which now we have some older players in the kingdom. I'm sure that believe they did sleeper accounts or whatnot. Oops, sorry, wrong one. That means we've fallen down the ranking quite substantially. These 5 fellas are from older kingdoms, much older kingdoms, I believe. But in terms of where we're doing well here. However, without the max economy tech, we're going to keep dropping off a little bit here. But it's an indication of, I suppose, how active I am. Again, I'm not trying to do tier 5 in a record time or anything. I'm just trying to have a nice, relaxed 2 to 3 hours a day account. My farm is at level... where is it? Here we go. It's at 3.7 million power, which is okay. It's getting there. Most of my farms, I get my farms too high, to be honest. They become too fat. They do feel flagged, but they just get too fat. I'm going to leave this one probably about 15 million and not push here. Because if I'm doing one account on one farm, I'm really going to have to levy the resources from that. So that's where we are in terms of the power construct. In terms of resources, we have absolutely no gems available to us now. We need another 4,500 soon, so we can max out the more than gems. In terms of more than gems, apart from that, look at all our... In fact, let me just make sure that I'm not going to accidentally make a mistake. Nope, good. So if we get all these gold, we get another 22 million. This gives us another 4 million. So we've got a good stock of gold, hence my inadvertent willingness to expertise the staff. Less so on the wood and stone front. And food, we've got a nice little stock here. We've got 126 resource pick 1 chests. I'm going to keep these in chest form for now. You never can be too careful in this game, and I certainly don't want to get any resources looted. Speed ups, as we've seen, absolutely, well, almost absolutely zero building speed ups. We got some from the Zenith. Troops, I used a lot of them to push for a troop power event. I will use the rest in pre-KVK training. Research, not that impressive at all. Healing, obviously we got loads for where we are because we haven't done any fighting yet. And universals, less than we have, but we still got a decent amount. The initial question was, can a free-to-play player compete in the Zenith? You really can't. You can eventually. If you've ever seen a video by Fruit Dealer where he gets his free-to-play, I believe it's free-to-play or very low-spender account, to get top 10 of the Zenith is proof you can do it, but not the first one. The first one's so hotly contested, and this one has the ultimate skin. I believe it's viewed as the... where is it? 15% cavalry health. To be honest, you don't get much better than that. All the big players in this kingdom, well, in this kingdom cabal, 57 to 64 will want this. My money's on Shinton. My money's on our little Shinton here. Watch out for Shinton. I think he might take it. I think he'll be top 10. So this is going to be very hotly contested. Usually about this stage, certainly more than 10, 12 million power. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get there, so I'm not even considering it. Oh, we have arms training today. Arms training is a frustrating event, let me tell you. Anyway, the other things we've got, we have one 50k troop reserve, which we got from the 7k gems event. We have one advanced army expansion, which is really painful for me. When I fight, I like fighting with advanced army expansions, but I use them like they're going out of fashion. It's probably the main thing I spend gems on my main account, but we can't do that here. They are absolute luxury items for us, so I'm going to be using the basic army expansion. I have a 200k max Thutmose now, but yeah, I've only got 225,000 troops, so the basic army expansion, at least for now, doesn't leave me too far behind. Eventually, it will start being painful that I can't use advanced army expansions. We have a smattering of boosts. We've seen the equipment we have. In addition to the ones we've got on Thutmose, we have 2 gold gathering blueprints. Meh. We also have some decent cavalry and infantry stuff. We've got the cavalry 8% blueprint for the legs. We have the same one, I believe, for the infantry, or an equivalent one. Yeah, it's that one for the gloves. So we've got better. Well, eventually we got the archer stuff. We have had decent cavalry blueprints for a long time. We've got the Witch's Hex Cloak. just because I had to spend my coins on something from the event. Aside from that, the Revival Helm's still a long way away. The Revival Gauntlets, they're the two we need, aren't they? The Helm and the Gauntlets. Yeah, Helm and the Gauntlets, still a long way away, so I'm hopeful to get lucky in this exact chest here. Imagine if it was. We don't need to imagine. It never is. More Tomo and some trash. I'm also now just amassing books. I'm going to need to level up. I don't like it. I'll put it by level. I'm going to need to level up YSG when he comes to level 30. He's always used as a secondary, so there's no need to put more books in YSG than to get him to level 30 because that unlocks all his skills. But I don't have many books. I've been using them on Thutmose like they're going out of fashion. Got a smattering, let's say. If I ever decide to fight with Sun Tzu and Bjorn, I will of course get the primary to level 60. Same with Kusunogi if he becomes a fighter, but for now, I'm just going to keep the books. Keep the books and chill. And finally, other. What have we got in other? Well, we have... Let's work out how many AP points we have while we're here. While we're doing an account review. So we have 50,650 of them, plus 82,200, plus 10,000, plus 29,000. So we have 172,000 AP to work with. We have the Marauders coming in 2 days now, I believe. Where is it? Oh, it's here, isn't it? Yeah, we have the Marauders coming in a day and a half, so they'll be here on Sunday, my time. I'm busy on Sunday, I've got some football and some family stuff, but I'm back in the evening. On Monday, I'm just going to smash Marauders all day. It's difficult the first time you do it because I'm not strong enough to 5 march. I've only got 4 peacekeeping commanders, but I like doing it myself. I don't like marauding with other people simply because I like doing things on my schedule. It's better to do it with other people if you're that way inclined, but I'm going to be a Billy No Mates. Just smash Marauders myself. Best thing I find to do with Marauders is instead of all being here in Zone 3 looking for them, just random TP. Go anywhere, go here. Not many people playing here. You can go around, hunt Marauders to your heart's content. Also a great idea for Marauder forts is get little teams. Instead of all being in Zone 3, get a team here, a team... Well, not over here because it's not the kingdom. Team over here, so then you can take down all the Marauder forts that come. That's what I'll be doing. I certainly won't have enough time to use 172,000 AP for Marauders. I wish I did, but alas, I'll probably get about 80,000 of it done is my prediction. Probably get about 20,000 AP done for Marauder Fort. So I'll go into KVK1, yeah, with about 80 to 100,000 AP is my hope for it. I believe that's a rundown of everything on the account in terms of buildings. We have the City Hall 25, the Alliance Centre is going to be 25, the Lumber Mill is going to be 25. Apart from that, we haven't neglected the rest of our resource buildings, but I think 20 is the minimum. I've just been doing them as and when. I haven't been bothering too much with the gold mines. Gold becomes the crucial key resource later. For a long time in the game, gold's not that big a deal, let's be honest. Until you hit tier 5 or until you're really crafting some good equipment, then gold's everything. Until then, not that big a deal. Anyway, finish off. What else have we got? Another 1 skill reset. 1 talent reset. I use loads of these because I'm an idiot. 167 gold, 59 epics. Not really many stars, but it will be enough eventually to get YSG to level 30. And apart from that, a smattering of heads. 25 and 27 teleports, which is good. I've been very stingy with teleports because you need quite a lot of them for KVK. So I'm glad I've been saving them. I can use a teleport freely for Marauder Day, use one freely for Marauder Forts, and then use it as and when we need them for KVK1. Well, KVK1's on the horizon. It's now a week and half a day away. We've got the pre-KVK coming. Lovely. Ooh, Act 1 souvenir prizes issued in 151. Unfortunately, as a free-to-play player, I couldn't take part in this, but my main could, so I'm curious to see how that one did. I'd love to have been able to, but got to keep that Minamoto head lying around. Anyway, I believe that's it for me today. Tour of the account. See how we've got to 14.1 million. The final thing is our VIP. We're at 195. I need 350,000 VIP points to hit VIP 12, I believe. I might be wrong there. I think I'm right. 350,000 gets you to VIP 12. This is going to be 50,000 gems used in more than gems, so let's say we'll be at 250. 11's not really that good. You get a slight gathering speed. The troop attack bonus isn't bad at all. The extra Sunset Canyon there, hospital capacity, not really relevant at this point. But the big thing, VIP 12, get yourself a second legendary commander point every day. And the research speed, troop defense, and action point recovery are pretty nice as well. That's a way off. KVK is not that big, not that long away, so I look forward to fighting loads in there and hopefully showing everyone. It's been a longer video than usual today to get through everything. I hope that's fine. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you are, and if you learned something, or if you actively learnt the wrong things, let me know. Just, be nice. I'm fragile. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time, which will presumably be when we're fighting marauders. See how many we can get through. Ciao very much for now, my friends.